What's up, guys? It's your girl Ashley, aka Pretty Hippie, and I'm back with another video. To my returning subscribers, guys, welcome back. And to all my new subscribers, guys, what's up? Thank you for joining. And if you're not already subscribed, you may as well go ahead and hit that subscribe button since you're already tuned in. And guys, as you can tell by the title of this video, we're going to be talking about abundance, but abundance may be a little bit differently than you know it. When we think about abundance, we think about money, we think about cars, we think about clothes, we think about just physical, tangible items. When it comes to abundance and having those things, yes, having those things is great, but are you abundant internally as well? Are you abundant internally? Because that's going to be the key to manifesting abundance physically. Before we get started with the video, guys, I want to take some time to recognize today's sponsor, which I am so excited to be partnering with Marisa on her 21-day abundance challenge. Guys, this is a 21-day abundance challenge to unlock the blockages you have or anything that you have like stagnant energy in when it comes to abundance. She has a 21-day challenge and it comes with meditations, it comes with the live videos from Marisa. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Marisa, but I'll give you a little bit of background on her and then I'll come back to the 21-day challenge. Marisa is a world-renowned speaker, rapid transformational therapy trainer, and best-selling author. She has nearly 3 decades of experience as a therapist and has been named Best British Therapist by Men's Health magazine and featured in Tatler's Guide to Britain's 250 Best Doctors. So that's a little bit of background on Marisa, guys. So she's an aid to help you just unlock those blockages that you may be having in your life and kind of transform your mind into believing that you can do anything and everything. Like the I Am Enough movement is just telling yourself you're enough. Like in the 21-day challenge, she references like when we come out as babies, we know that we're enough. We know that we are good enough. Like she says, a baby can run up to you with a snotty nose and whatever and just still give you a hug because the baby knows that he or she is enough. And we're taught to believe that we're not enough when people start comparing us, or you follow people on social media or whatnot, and you start to compare yourself to other people and put limitations on yourself and start believing that you are not enough. Marisa will guide you on a step-by-step journey to understand the fundamental mindsets of successful people, uncover your limiting beliefs around money, remove them completely, and create new and powerful ones that will allow you to live the life that you deserve. So guys, if you want to join the abundance challenge, I will leave it in the description box below. Make sure you click that link and check it out, along with the coupon code VIBES that you can type in to get 25% off of the challenge. I strongly recommend that you all click the link and look at the abundance challenge, guys, because we invest so much in our day-to-day life, things that don't make that much sense or things that are not helping us in the long run. But invest in your spirituality, invest in your mental health and wellness, guys. It will pay off in the end, because look, at the end of the day, we are trying to become successful. We are going to become successful. We need those tools and people like Marisa to help us and guide us, and that's what the abundance challenge is for, is to unlock those chambers in your brain to tell yourself that you can do it and you will do it. So guys, once again, I'll leave that in the description box below for you to check out, and use the code VIBES if you decide to purchase the 21-day abundance challenge. Like I stated in the beginning of the video, this video is about abundance, manifesting and attracting abundance into your life. Now, like I said earlier, a lot of people feel like abundance is just money. They feel like it's just cars, clothes, houses, apartments, whatever you feel like abundance is. I want you just to take that out of your brain right now, because without abundance internally, there will be no manifestation, no real manifestation of abundance physically. Now you can have all of those things. You can have the cars, you can have the money, you can have the clothes, but if you're not abundantly happy, abundantly whole, full, you know, restored within, those things don't matter. Just think about how you see like a whole bunch of celebrities with all this money, but somehow they're still unhappy. You know, somehow they still are broken. They still need something to fill that void, and it's not material or physical things that can do that. You really have to focus on healing yourself within. Now, this is the ugly part about spirituality that people don't like. I myself had to do it, and I remember I made a video on spirituality and someone asked me, well, how do you heal from those things? Like, what were your steps? So I'm going to kind of share with you guys how I healed myself internally and how I created abundance within myself in order to come full circle with myself and confident and knowing I am enough and just being free, you know, because at the end of the day, this spiritual journey, it never ends. We all know that, and we are always learning and always evolving. So the one thing that I had to do on my spiritual journey, and I never really talked to people about this because, you know, I'm kind of like, I talk a lot, but I don't talk about like personal things that much because I don't really like getting emotional, even though I do get emotional a lot. Basically, as a lot of people, I did not have my dad growing up, and you know, for me, I kind of brushed it off like I didn't care, you know, a lot when I was younger, like, okay, that's cool, you know, whatever. I really didn't show emotion towards that, you know, when I was growing up because I had my mom and my grandma, you know, who kind of filled that void for me. And my mom sat me down at the table one day. She was like, I'm going to tell him to stop calling you and stop making arrangements if he's not going to fulfill his duties, because I feel like you're better than that. But I'm gonna let you make the decision to tell me yay or nay whether he can still come or not. And you know, I'm gonna let you make that decision basically. And I feel like, to me, this is from my mom. She was like, to me, you're worth more than that. You deserve way better than broken promises. And I said, you know what? Yeah, that's good. I deserve more, and yeah, you can just tell them to stop calling. Now, I was younger at the time. I understood it, but growing up, it kind of caused me to become not bitter per se, and not really angry, because I wasn't angry, but something was missing. You know, there was a disconnect somewhere. And fast forward, I meet my husband, and we were in college. Well, he was in college. I had already, you know, the whole college dropout thing, I had already dropped out. But I moved to Huntsville for, you know, some personal reasons, and I met him there. Now, when I met him, I literally was trying to turn this man into my dad. That's the disconnect. I don't know if anybody else has ever gone through this, females especially. Like, when your dad isn't present, you look for your significant other to kind of fill that dad role. I know it sounds kind of weird, but it's all psychological. And time goes on, like, I am just like kind of angry. I'm always lashing out at Tevin. You know, I'm going through the not having my dad thing my whole life. So I'm kind of like a teenager, 20 years old by this time. Like, you know, we grew up a little bit, and I'm still kind of immature in some areas of relationships. So he tells me, he's like, if you want me to marry you, you're going to have to make amends with your dad. You're going to have to call him. Actually, you're going to have to go see him. Tell him face to face, I forgive you. And you're going to have to let that go if you want me to be with you long term. Now, hearing that, I know some of you are probably like, ooh, that's a tough one. Yeah. It was like, what? You want me to do what? Like, I haven't talked to this man in years, but you want me to go find him, meet up with him, and tell him that I forgive him? But he's the one that left me. Make it make sense. Like, why am I forgiving him? That's when my spirituality started. I kid you not. That's when I said, wait a minute. It's not about him. It's about me healing. It's about me making myself whole abundantly again. I get it. Okay. So I started thinking about it. And I said, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it not only because I want to marry you, yes. But I want to do it because I don't want to feel like this the rest of my life. I don't want to feel like there's a void and I'm trying to put somebody else in that place. Like, I don't want to do that, you know, for the rest of my life. This, you know, back and forth with myself, like trying to figure out, like, well, why doesn't he, why, all these questions in my head. You know, when your dad's not there, you're just like, why doesn't he, like the Will Smith scene, Fresh Prince, like, why don't he want me, man? Like, why he want me? Like, I don't know. I didn't want that anymore. So I was like, that's a great idea, Tiffany. I'm going to try it. So I tried meeting up with him, and he didn't want to meet up for whatever reason. And I said, you know what? Okay, we can do this over the phone. I asked him, and I was like, okay, he doesn't want to meet up with me. Like, and he was like, well, just do it over the phone. That's okay, because you've done your part. So just do what you can. So I said to my dad, I was like, hi, I just wanted to call you to tell you that I forgive you and that I'm about to get married. I'm about to start living my life. I want to have children eventually. I want to go on and I want to do the things that I want to do, but I don't want to do those things while I'm bitter. I don't want to do those things while I'm hurting. I don't want to do those things while I'm angry. I want to do them wholeheartedly and feel 100% when I do these things. I don't want to feel like there's anything lacking in me. I don't want to feel like there's a void that you so-called created. Basically, that I'm creating myself. I'm allowing you in my space for what? Because you don't really deserve that space. So I forgive you, and I'm going on with my life, and it is what it is. That's the first time I had ever heard any type of emotion in his voice. He was like, wait, you get married? You gonna have children? Like, what's going on? And I was like, yeah, I'm going on with my life. I'm planning to get married, and eventually I want to have children. But first, I want to let you go, and I want you to know that I don't have any ill will towards you, and namaste, basically. And when I did that, something in me just, it was like, and then from there on out, I was able to heal myself gradually over time, more and more. Now, am I going to say that I still don't think about him sometimes when I'm like, you know, doing things with my boys and, you know, he has his grandmas and his granddads are not present? Yeah, I still think about it from time to time, but do I let it trigger me? No. I'm at a place now where I'm like, it is what it is. Like, and if my son asks me, well, where's your dad? You know, because he has asked me before, do you have a daddy? And I say, yes, I have a dad, but he's just not present with us. And I just kind of try to explain it to him, and I go on. It's not anything bitter. I don't say anything negative about him. It's like, it is what it is. Like, me and my husband make jokes, you know, like them little daddy jokes or whatever, but it's coming from a place of humor, life experiences, rather than bitter. I don't even feel anything towards him, honestly. I don't feel any emotion, even though I'm sitting here talking to you all about it. It's no negative emotion coming out of me. This is all pure and genuine energy. Like, I've honestly healed from that part of my life, and I'm so thankful, because a lot of people to this day still struggle with those issues. And part of being richly abundant is being richly whole internally, and dealing with the root causes of those emotions are going to bring those things out of you, and you can really heal. Now, I know this is really deep for some people, and for some people it may not be your dad, it could be your mom, it could be your aunts, your uncles that have done wrong to you, it could be anyone, grandmas, granddad, anyone that hurt you in the past. Like, you cannot hold on to those things. And I know it sounds unfair, because at the end of the day, we were the ones done wrong. I was an innocent child. You were supposed to be in my life. You were supposed to be this person. You were supposed to do this. You were supposed to do that. But you have to let go of those expectations, because people at the end of the day are just people. Like, you can't expect people to do certain things just because it's you and just because they're supposed to do it, because you'll be hurt your whole life if that's how you think. But basically, getting down to the root of your issues and your problems are going to help you heal internally and be abundantly happy, abundantly healthy, abundantly whole, abundantly here and present on this earth, so that you may go and do the work that you were designated and ordained to do. Going back to Marisa Peer's analogy, I am enough. And a lot of that starts with people telling you that you aren't enough. Dad's not being there, mom's not being there. So you feel like, well, I'm not enough for my parents, then what am I enough for? You know, it's like you have to go back and break those cycles, break those barriers, and just push through those obstacles and really find it within yourself to regurgitate all of those emotions. And that's the painful part of the spiritual journey. I don't know if some call that shadow work. I'm not sure exactly with the terminology and all of that stuff. Like, I kind of do spirituality on my own, and not so much like on social media. So I know a lot of you said that you wanted to see more spiritual videos, and I'm just getting comfortable really sharing and being open with you, because I have a lot of experiences, and this is how I teach, through experience. I can't come on here and just like tell you something without telling you how I dealt with those things, if that makes sense. I came across this statement, I think it was on Google, I don't know, but it definitely resonated with me and kind of detached my attachment to what abundance really is. Abundance is the highest state of allowing. It's letting go of your attachment to your desires, which is your ego, and allowing the divine to work through you. So it's letting go of all the attachments that you have to abundance, which I've been saying this entire video, and letting the divine work through you, healing internally. Everything that's within will come forth. If I'm broken on the inside, I'm still not going to be happy. You know, I'm still not going to be healthy. Like, because health comes with the mindset as well. So you can actually think yourself sick. There's so much that comes with it, and so much false information out there that you just have to really have gone through some things to really understand how things work. Because you can listen to people like myself all day, but if you haven't witnessed what I'm saying firsthand, you may not understand it, or it may not even resonate with you. But to the ones who have gone through something similar to what I'm saying, it's probably hitting like head on the nail, because you've actually been through it. And that's why we call this a spiritual journey, because it's a journey. I feel like it's never gonna stop. Like, even when I'm like 85, 95, I'm still gonna be learning, like, oh wow, that's interesting, that's different, you know. Like, let's get to the physical manifestation of abundance. Once you have healed internally and dealt with those root causes of why you're unhappy, and work towards being abundantly rich and happy and fulfilled, then we can look at manifesting the physical things. And manifesting the physical things is basically not living in fear. Like I was saying in my last video, you have to know that you can have anything that you want in this life. Anything that you want, you can have it. Abundance is trusting your resources. And when I say trusting your resources, I mean trusting the things that are around you to help you manifest abundance. You can manifest with the resources that you have. You literally just have to trust your source, whoever your source is, that you can have any and everything that you want by believing that you can have it. It's possible. Trust me. I kid you not. My husband and I went from having an apartment that we could not afford. We started our spiritual journey there, actually. We ended up losing that apartment because we could not afford it. And I was working, he was working. We had 2 jobs, could not afford the apartment. We had to move out and move in with my mother-in-law, which we stayed with for about 2 years when we moved to South Carolina. From there, we was just saving money, still practicing law of attraction, you know, gratitude, thankfulness, just living an abundant life. Even though we were living with my mother-in-law, we still had that abundant mindset, like we're good, we're gonna be okay, we have a plan, let's keep the plan going. We never sat in slumber like, I can't believe I'm staying with my mom. Like, you know, for a man to, you know, have to stay with his mom, it's kind of like, you know, especially after being on your own, for a man's ego, that could be kind of, you know, a little Debbie down or whatever. But my husband never got down about it. He always just tell me, just stay positive, be positive, we're gonna be fine. Like, I'm his wife, he brought me to live, you know, with his mom. So, but like, we're really close. So it wasn't like, oh my God, we have to go stay with mom. Like, no, it was like, okay, we just have to move in with mom for a little bit, and it's totally cool. Like, she's a really cool person. Like, we have a really, really, really close relationship. I probably talked to her more than Tevin, I think. But anyway, we have a really good relationship, and I ended up getting pregnant while there. So we were really like, okay, we kind of want to do this life thing, have a shot at it on our own. So we really started focusing. And from there on, we moved into our first home, a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home. But after I had my son, I started staying at home because I just did not want to put him in a daycare. Mind you, that's an upgrade, because back then we had 2 incomes and couldn't afford an apartment. Now we're living off 1 income. But we were still staying with my mother-in-law, but we were still able to save and save enough that we bought our first home, and still off 1 income. So we went from having 2 incomes and could not afford an apartment to 1 income that could afford a whole house. You follow me? So we keep practicing gratitude, keep being thankful, keep, you know, saying our affirmations and whatnot in our 3-bedroom home. Still practicing spirituality and our abundant lifestyle heavily, you know, keep going, keep going, keep going. And then we were able to manifest our 5-bedroom home, 3-bath, still 1 income. You follow me here? It's not about the resources that you have. It's about the mindset that you have. My mom, who's our real estate agent, is like, I don't see how y'all do all this off 1 income, because there's people out there that make way more money than y'all and still can't do the things that y'all do. I don't understand. It's not for anyone to understand. It's not for anyone to comprehend. It is what it is because of what we do and how we do it, and our mindset. That's the bottom line. It's not about what we have. It's about our mindset. It's about living life as if you already have all those things that you want, and just knowing that you are abundantly wealthy, abundantly healthy, abundantly rich. Who knows? Our next house might be $1 million house, and we might not have $1 million. Okay, we gonna have $1 million. But that's not the point, guys. I feel like I'm going off on a tangent like I always do. I hope you were able to get a lot out of this video. I don't even know if this video kind of went the direction that I was thinking it was gonna go. I hope I stayed on topic. I have a bad habit of like rambling. But yeah, my camera went off, guys, because the maximum time had been reached recording. So with that being said, don't forget to check out Marisa Peer's 21-day abundance challenge, guys. Listen, I'm on like day 5 and I absolutely love it. Like I said before, we invest in so many things, but we need to start investing in our mental health and wellness because it's important. Sometimes we need that push to just help us unlock those chambers in our brain that have been closed for so long. Like I said, I'll leave the link in the description box below if you want to check it out. And don't forget to use the code VIBES if you want 25% off, because who doesn't like to save money? Okay, all right guys, so that's pretty much it for this video. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and if you like my videos, why not subscribe to my channel? And as always, world peace. Bye guys.